Oh my, just look how nice that, what the f happened to us? Seriously, what happened to us?
Mate, men used to build these structures.
And now what do they build? Ghettos and enclaves.
Turns out that the British neck Fuentes is in fact gay as f. The alt-right Christian influencers gay DMs. They leaked, and now the whole thing is a mess. I couldn't find his original channel. I don't know if it got taken down. He had to do a new re-upload one that's a lot smaller, but he was gaining some traction. I gotta be honest with you, to all of my British comrades and people in other countries, I concentrate so much sometimes on Canadian Nazis because they're in my backyard, so I have to talk about them, and then talk a lot about American Nazis because America be the world's superpower and they have the ability to kind of push their media into everywhere. So, you know, Nick Fuentes has a lot more reach than, say, some of the smaller leaders of Diagolon you might not know about, so I try to do my best there, but then it gets really hard trying to keep up with like the New Zealand Nazis and the Australian Nazis, and then I gotta start talking about the Brazilian Nazis and the Nazis in Chile, and then there's just so many of these figures just popping up, and they're all kind of cut from the same cloth, as in it's all kind of the same shtick. If it's not talking about gender ideology, it's talking about how Muslim immigrants are destroying the blood of the nation, or talking about how, you know, for one reason or another, there's a extinction of white people that is taking place right now. Elon Musk was actually tweeting about that this morning. I don't know if you saw that, but he's very, very upset that apparently he saw a statistic that white people used to be 36% of the global population and now have been reduced to 8. And I was like, these numbers are complete nonsense. They're in your brain. I don't see what where is the data coming from? That the 36% of the global population has been reduced to 8% of the global population. I don't even have time to look this up right now because I know it's ridiculous Nazi shit. But that's what you know, he's basically talking about. But anyways, this dude was starting to blow up in Britain, and I don't know if he's going to be the next Tommy Robinson, or at least he was going to be before some unfortunate revelations came forward.
Welcome to the UK, where Obi-Wan Kenobi prays to Allah in front of a Christmas market. The irony, right?
Stop, listen to me. Brother, stop. Listen, wait, you're autistic, right? Okay, brother. Don't touch me, he doesn't like it. Wait, I'm just talking to you.
Twinkle, thank you for the sub.
10 seconds, bro. I know, I didn't say anything. Brother, I didn't say you to blame. I just said, bro, let me just say something. If you're autistic, let me just talk to you. Leave it, just come away from it. Don't entertain it. If he's doing wrong, don't entertain it. So the same way I'm going to say to him. If you're doing wrong, don't entertain it, yeah? That's it. So that's it. No, just be respectful. That's it. That's all.
This content isn't great because I can't hear you saying anything. Where are the owns?
No, I'm not provoking. So then go over there and talk over there, bro. Go over there. Hey, that's a bad salute. Go over there and talk over there. Why he attacks me when he pretends to be autistic? Pardon? Why does he pretend to be autistic when he attacks people? What, do you want my medical records? I don't attack people. Yes, you do. You told two police officers that you're autistic. I never said that. I never said I had autism. Let's go over and make a video. Just stand over a little bit. Freedom. Yeah, cool. But then what? And then what are you going to do?
So what I gather is he went to a protest and then he started touching people, and then they said, don't touch me. And then he said, I'm autistic, is what I'm gathering from this clip.
Don't talk to me as an actor, because you know mate's filming, yeah? I did not know mate. You do, he's been filming, you've been talking to the camera. He asked me, then I realised this. Please don't lie. Yeah, all I'm doing is trying to keep the PC up.
Okay, so I guess that's just a snippet of the content that you're going to get exposed to. Hogwarts communists, baby sacrifice.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. We're in Cambridge today. Cambridge, a place that has existed for a long time. It actually existed because scholars from Oxford left, they migrated upwards, and now they have started a rivalry, which is the Oxbridge rivalry. But I'm actually joined by a very special guest, my friend, Mr. Reese Talking. Reese,
how are we doing? How are we doing, everybody?
How are we today?
Yeah, very good. Just enjoying the very culturally enriched city of Cambridge, or area of Cambridge.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, their hearts aren't in it. They don't really seem like this is what they were meant to do. You know, because like I've watched and covered a lot of neo-Nazis who are basically doing the whole thing, and their shtick isn't really that special. It's, you know, hey, we have to keep Britain for the British, you know, proper British, you know what I'm talking about, those of the pale skin kind of shit. But you don't seem as if like you're about to, you know, take down a whole bunch of communist intruders or Antifa for the benefit of the white race. You both seem kind of bored.
They have Malaysian food and self-service. Mediterranean, and yeah.
Oh my god. Different foods. I'm sure there's a boiled chicken stand somewhere there. You can find it. I guarantee you they're doing boiled chicken somewhere.
I guess this just shows the cultural disconnects, right?
It shows the possibilities of a true cultural enrichment.
I know, where you can have market stalls that are run down. So we actually have arrived at
Bodied. Take that, diversity.
Hogwarts. Oh my, just look how nice that, what the fuck happened to us? Seriously, what happened to us?
Mate, men used to build these structures.
And now what do they build? Ghettos and enclaves.
They build switches and blocks.
Yeah, they do, but look how nice this all looks. You've got the very, very big cathedral, the nice, gorgeous architecture, which shows what this country could.
Just a reminder of what we're capable of.
Of course, we are capable.
We could be, how much of a utopia we could turn into.
Capable of so much, we throw it away.
Yeah, it just sounds like two very undereducated racists talking to each other on the street. That's like the whole vibe here, you know? Like, oh, look at what we used to have, you know, when Britain was proper British and the things we created, and now look what we have, Malaysian restaurants. It's all falling apart.
Right? Oh yeah, the peace ramming barriers with the communist flag, right?
Oh my god.
Commie bastards. Commie
Fucking
bastards.
commie
Look at this
bastards.
shit. Revolution Festival.
Oh my
The
god.
lessons of the Russian Revolution.
Lenin
Right,
lives.
okay. Yeah, well,
Cambridge Marxist
that
Society.
says everything, right? That says everything about it. The Marxist Society, the Leninists, the Frankfurt School, the powers that rule over us and destroyed our culture.
Taking credit for other people's work would be plagiarism. Yeah, it's also kind of wild, right? Like people like this always talk about how there used to be hard men back in the day when, you know, Britain was proper white, and then all of a sudden it's just like, if you were alive in that time, I'm sorry, but you would have been cleaning latrines, all right? You're not some valiant soldier of Christ who would have been leading some kind of fucking crusade. That is not your stock, sir.
Globalize the
Intifada.
Yeah.
Oh my
And it's
god.
fucking
Free
Globalize.
Of course.
The Intifada.
And here we have a man with a kafar on, holding what appears to be some kind of sledgehammer.
They're LARPing. Funny you would say that. It turns out that they are to a certain extent. You see, in amongst all the other content that you'll get, which is obviously a lot surrounding, you know, the superiority of white people and how Britain is overtaken by Muslims and all that other kind of stuff. They're also, you know, the usual affair of hating trans people, hating gay people, saying that they are obviously living in sin and destroying Western civilization and culture, which was extra spicy, considering it turns out that the British neck Fuentes is, in fact, gay as fuck. The alt-right Christian influencers' gay DMs, they leaked, and now the whole thing is a mess. Who is the alt-right Christian commentator Hugh Anthony, and why is he all over our feeds? The 22-year-old British talking head has recently gained traction for his Nick Fuentes-esque and Nazi-tinged rants on Twitter and YouTube, where he spewed his ethno-nationalist ideas and called for remigration, which is the new one that the right love using religion as a cloak for hatred. But it wasn't until Tuesday that the algorithm forced his content onto our radar. It turns out that before he went full Darth Vader, Anthony identified as gay, posted videos dancing to Lady Gaga, and sent horny DMs to other dudes, and the receipts just went viral. To be honest, it's a complex situation. I'll say, definitely. Anthony did not necessarily hide his gay past on social media, admitting that he was in a, quote, abusive relationship with a man in one of his live streams, copying to being banned on Grindr in a TikTok with a drag queen years ago, and working with a social media manager who was out as gay. And in a lengthy, self-serious apology video captioned regarding the situation and the allegation, he admitted as much. Instead of denying his claims, Anthony argued that his detractors are trying to slander my politics and try to make me out to be unreliable. And this is not who he is now. So I guess he's like Milo. He is a reformed gay individual, now straight. Cast away your sodomy stone. Sodomites, don't forget that. I've admitted before, I had a past, he explained. I was an immoral man. I was a lustful man. I was a sinner. I found Christ. Ooh. And believe that he gave me a miracle and that he allowed me to be born again, try again, start afresh. Here's Hugh Anthony doing a street interview with a trans person as his homosexual friend discusses how he's banned on Grindr.
My first time in London. In London.
Where are you coming from?
Soho, Cheshire.
Cheshire. What's gayer, Soho or your Grindr profile?
I don't have Grindr. I'm banned on Grindr, so.
Oh, you banned on Grindr? For doing what? Hello.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
That didn't seem like it was a very comfortable interaction. Didn't seem like you learned information and then you were like, oh, saucy. Like, oh, Jesus. Okay. Here's Hugh Anthony dancing in a gay nightclub. Not very well. And it's actually kind of disgraceful. Gotta be honest, as someone who has been to a lot of gay nightclubs, most gay people really know how to dance. You don't often see the Donald Trump shuffle when they're performing, so that's unfortunate. Anthony added that one of the men who leaked his DMs is a, quote, Jewish guy from America, and that I've never met in person, and claimed that people are only attacking him because of his politics. Ah, yes, go anti-Semitic when you're trying to cover up the fact that people are probably a little bit disappointed in what they're learning. Throughout the clip, he spoke from a place of moral superiority, criticizing others who still, quote, involve themselves with nudes and casual sex and drug culture and drunkenness, and reasserting his dedication to religion while never explicitly criticizing the LGBTQ plus community at large. Notably, the majority of his current political content revolves around race and immigration, and he rarely ever espouses any homophobic or transphobic talking points aside from trolling attendees for views at Manchester Pride this year. He finished the apology by asking for forgiveness and shared his hopes that people are stuck in a life that they can break out of, and they can find Jesus. The comments and quote tweets of the video, which received 1.6 million views, seem to parallel what happened to Aaron Schock, a former U.S. lawmaker who was outed as gay after building an impressive record of voting against LGBTQ plus rights. While Anthony wasn't necessarily outed, sharing private messages and photos shared in confidence is certainly problematic, so are his views. More than anything, it seems like LGBTQ plus and liberal communities are attacking Anthony as a way of defending minorities against his dangerous nationalist rhetoric. They said in posts that he seems to have divided the alt-right community, which is somewhat torn between it's okay to be a gay nationalist and the past is the past as long as you're still racist, and this completely invalidates your platform as a racist leader, which is a lot to process. Yeah, I imagine it's got to be kind of complex at this point, because I mean, I don't know of a lot of very far right leaders like who are completely 100% straight. Like Nick Fuentes, pretty, indisputably super gay. Really, really gay, right? Benny Johnson, I mean, pretty, in the closet for sure. Steven Crowder, definitely in the closet. I mean, Joe Rogan is straight, but he's also an avowed chaser and is really into watching trans pornography. Alex Jones is also a chaser. He's also into watching trans pornography. And that doesn't make you gay if they're watching, of course, trans women, but it does make their entire hatred of trans people very, very, based in their fetishization, let's just say, of a group that they're trying to both oppress while simultaneously are sexually aroused by. So that part is obviously, I mean, it all does sound pretty complicated and really tough. To have to juggle all these things. Oh, he took down the video where he's attacking people at Pride? Oh, I wonder why. Well, it could have something to do with this. He just got kicked out of his house by his parents. So I'm sorry to say, Nazi down.
What is wrong with you? Why are you assaulting me?
That, I believe, is his mother crying in the background. Now, a couple things here. I do want to say there's a massive problem, especially for people who are in the queer community, of getting kicked out of their families' houses by their parents because of bigotry. And that is incredibly sad. Nearly half of all of the unhoused population in the United States are LGBTQ+. So, I mean, that should be a striking example to anyone who doesn't understand how much queer people actually suffer, especially when they come out to parents who are not accepting of who they are. It is deplorable. They need support networks and they need to thrive. So, nothing but love, respect, and my heart goes out to people who are honestly, having a terrible life as a result of their parents not having the love that they should have for their own children. This was a case, I think, more so about the fact that they found out through this entire fiasco that he was in fact a white nationalist. And that's why the mother is crying, if I'm completely to believe what the internet has been putting out there.
Radicalized. I'm not harming myself.
What's your concern with him in his room?
I'm a political commentator.
Really right wing.
Oh my god.
Which actually makes this kind of maybe a beautiful thing. Because, I don't know if it went down like this, but if the parents would have been like, it just came out, we found out through, the news that you're gay. And it's like, but we love you. We're totally fine with that. We love you for however you are, and you know, love is love, and we want you to go out and prosper. And it's like, oh, okay, lovely, thank you, mummy. I'm very happy that you're so accepting. We also found out that you're a Nazi, and that we cannot abide by. Unfortunately, you have no place in this house, and we have to kick you out now because we found out that you're a white nationalist fascist who's trying to start a race war in Britain, and that has no place in this family or household. So now you have been kicked out. Yeah, not for the gay thing. You know, honestly, if you can get rid of the whole Nazi aspect, which anyone can, and you know, please go out and do some reading, unpack that shit. You're gonna be fine. You're welcome back. The door is open whenever you're no longer a Nazi, but we will not have you as a Nazi set foot in this house. So you're kicked out of the house in perpetuity unless you stop being a Nazi. In terms of being gay, something you can't change, we love you for that and accept you for that. So you're welcome to come to the home at any time, as long as you are, again, not on the far right.
Lord. You're shouting at us. Music to come at you.
This is so dramatic.
Just take a deep breath, mate. I can understand you.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
You don't scare me, Dad.
Do I not?
No.
Do I not?
What is wrong with you? Why are you assaulting me?
Do I not?
Why are you assaulting me?
I didn't want to do this, but sadly, it has gotten to this point. My dad has just been arrested for assault against me, and I've been kicked out of my house because of my politics. There it is. So he said it out loud. Yeah. So the parents in this clip, they're finding out that their kid is actually trying to start a career as a British Nick Fuentes, being a fucking white supremacist, and they're heartbroken. They were completely fine with him being gay, though. But they're devastated that they found out that they raised the little Nazi, and they want to kick the Nazi out of the house. If you can spare any help, it would be greatly appreciated.
Why are you assaulting me?
Shut the fuck up, you parasite. I have brought you up for fucking 20 years.
Let me leave.
What the fuck have you become?
Let me leave.
What have you become?
Let
I
me
want
walk-
you to leave. Jesus Christ, we're not.
Then let me walk out that door. Let me walk.
And normally I would find this to be way too personal for me to show, but he wanted to turn this into content. I'd like to add that aspect to this, okay? This is his upload. This is clearly from his POV. He's like, oh my God, I'm being kicked out of the house for being a Nazi. Well, this is going to do some numbers on the old TikTok. Oh, I've been banned from TikTok. Well, some numbers on the old YouTube. Oh, my channel's been banned again. Well, don't worry. Rumble, here we go. Look at the camera, Dad. The whole world is watching.
Let me walk out that door.
What?
Let
have you
me walk
become?
out that door.
Answer my question.
Nothing. I just want to preserve this nation. Do you not understand?
You were not.
So if you couldn't make it out, the dad is like, fucking parasite. I can't believe like we raised you and you turned out this way. And he's like, no, Dad, you don't understand. I'm trying to preserve the nation. Britain for the British, am I right?
Yes, I will.
No, you won't.
I'm leaving this house. Right
I
now.
want you to leave. I don't want you to come back.
I'm leaving right now.
I want you to go right now.
I'm leaving right now.
Go.
Oh my God,
I'm
now
leaving.
he's filming us.
No, I'm leaving.
You, I have nothing to hide.
You're off to jail tonight, by the way. You just assaulted me. I want to leave. I want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, this is maybe the weirdest version of wholesome in terms of like a family dispute I've ever seen. Because like the situation is played out millions and millions of times for so many unfortunate queer children who have that exact experience, but it's because they're gay, something that they can't change. They were born that way, and then all of a sudden the family is like, oh my God, you have to leave. We can't have you in this house. Oh, what would the neighbors think? Oh, what have we done? How could I didn't raise you right? But in this case, they were fine with him being gay. It was the fact that they found out that he was a Nazi, and that's what's making the mom break down in tears. Like, oh my God, I can't believe what you've become. The father's like, you goddamn parasite, get the fuck out of my house. I didn't raise you this way. He's like, no, Daddy, please. I'm just trying to keep Britain for the British. Can't I be a Nazi and live here?
Don't come back.
Go away! Go away!
This might, you know, in a perfect world, this is, you know, kind of like that beautiful thing that you would like to see, and that parents are completely accepting for the way you were born, right? That it's totally fine for you to be lesbian or to be asexual or to be trans, all that stuff. It's pretty awesome. But hey, no place in my house for a Nazi. I'm sorry. Yes, no, you are disowned. But here's the good news. Anyone can stop being a Nazi. That's right. You weren't born a Nazi. People have to be taught and programmed to be Nazis. So yeah, you can also stop being a Nazi. You could be one of those, I left the alt-right pipeline and went back into the club circuit, and now I'm having fun again. So, yeah.
Thank you so much to our patrons for making this show possible. We could not fund it without you. And if you want to join, please check out patreon.com/theserfs to unlock bonus episodes, uncensored content, and all the good stuff. Thanks to Anna Loves Riley, Addercap, Bobby Lasers, Cheryl Alvarez, Comrade Junkie, Doug Caddy, Everything Important, Hegbard Salim, Multimondi, Omni, Political Papi, Preston Kroll, Quiet One 85, Riley and Anna, Roller Dragon, Cernicus, Stellar Gwyn, Sebastian Demmel, Tigwick, and Words Greenwood.